Everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into this interview that Jaylan, Falynn's ex, which was Simon Gabardier's ex, came out and did. But first, let's look at Portia and Simon Gabardier. Anybody else looking at them like, oh, okay, so there was layers to this, okay? No, the optics did not look good for Simon and Falynn to come on the show as a married couple, and then next thing you know, Portia is engaged to Simon. Like, where they do that at? The optics did not look good, but Portia kept saying that. She says she did not date him until, he got his divorce. She wanted to know he was divorced. Now, listen, there may be some questions, behind all of that, but that ain't none of our business because they happily married right now, okay? But for Falynn's baby daddy, Jaylan, to come out and do interviews about Falynn calling her a groomer, although he was a grown man, is just crazy to me. Do y'all feel like Portia and Simon are vindicated? I mean, with Jaylan coming out with everything that he's saying in this interview. Listen, in my opinion, I feel like, both parties could have moved a little slower. With there being a divorce going on, they could have at least let the ink dry, and Falynn was officially out of their relationship, and then I think things would have been good. And now they probably still have been talking about Portia and dogging her out because the optics did not look good. But you know who didn't get no heat? Falynn. She came out looking like the damsel in distress wife who was done dead wrong. But Jaylan prove otherwise. There's a few things he said in this interview that just had me like, whoa.
I was groomed.
What do you mean by that?
I was groomed, and the way she made it seem as if he was doing her wrong. I know I'm on the other side now, so it's a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
So he went on to say again how she groomed him, and it's narcissist. Is it narcissist behavior? Like, what is it? Is she a narcissist or is she a groomer? Which one is it? And to be honest, groomer to me is the wrong word to be using in this particular situation, because you are a grown man. You made a grown adult decision when you decided to get with this married woman. Now, you could say she was manipulative. Groomer is a whole nother situation of exploitation and abuse. And in my opinion, it wasn't that deep. You just got your heart broken. So for some reason, the interviewer had to make it clear of the age difference. I guess it equated to making Falynn look like a groomer. No, I don't think so. He was a grown behind man. Okay? He needed to stop thinking with that head down below and think with the head above. That's why he in this situation now.
Bring this one piece out. I wanted people that's watching the show to also be aware of the age difference.
9 years apart.
Okay.
Like, for me, all of that was null and void. Age ain't nothing but a number, because you was with the shits, okay? You knew that woman was married. So, null and void. So the interviewer asked him about his time on couples retreat, where AJ, I guess one of the counselors, I know AJ, told them that they need to separate and be apart, but they didn't listen. And he said that he was in love. And this was his opportunity to let us know that when they broke up, Falynn moved on nice and easy the next day. Oh.
Because we were two people that were in love. Well, I was in love. I don't know how you just move on the next day with somebody else. Mm-hmm. But I was in love.
Well, Falynn, if you wanted your love life to be a secret, you could forget that now, because everybody want to find out who your new man is. Okay. Jaylan had to let us know, because he is butthurt that you moved on so fast. So Jaylan goes on in the interview to say how manipulative and her tactics were being used to manipulate him, and he was no longer her do boy, when she didn't get her way. Again, you was with the so are we supposed to feel sorry for you? I'm not understanding. Another thing that's turned me off about this interview was him trying to be like this victim. Listen, you said it best, okay? How you get them is how you lose them, okay? You said a whole lot with that little statement. So at the end of the day, Jaylan was butthurt because he was her assistant, and them forming a relationship and becoming sexual partners and quote unquote girlfriend, boyfriend, Falynn never let go of the fact that he was still her assistant in her mind, in his mind. Child, I can't. This is just too much.
I lost her. How I got it.
Yep, so for you to sit up here sounding all sad is just crazy to me. But I mean, I understand that you're hurt. And I feel like this interview is a get back at Falynn because she done moved on with a new man and got the kids calling the new man daddy.
And when we broke up, there was already somebody in the picture. And come to find out, her 9-year-old was already calling him dad.
You knew what you was getting yourself into. See what you saying that? All that grooming stuff is null and void. It goes out the window. Because you knew what you was getting yourself into as a grown man. You was not exploited. You was not abused. Like, come on. Take that word groomer out. That's the only thing I'm going to stand up on for Falynn is her grooming you. I don't believe that, in my opinion.
And she has so much trauma in her life. I'm scared to let my daughter be raised like that.
So what you trying to say, Jaylan? You going to be in a custody battle for your daughter? Is that what you're trying to say? You knew she had trauma when she was married to Simon. So what's changed? So Jaylan says after the breakup, he feels like it's betrayal because she moved on so quickly and he was just left to figure his life out. And he has abandonment issues now. Child, I can't. Welcome to the real world. Okay. Now, I need to know, was Falynn your first love with the way you're acting? I need to know, was she your first love? He also says that Falynn tried to get back with him, but she was just playing with his head, and he can't do that any longer. And he has to think about himself. So he goes on to say in the rest of this interview about how, you don't fall in love with your best friend, because he feels like, Falynn was his best friend, and because they got into this relationship and the relationship is over, now the best friendship is over. But that's what you get. That's what you get when you creeping. Okay, and the relationship ain't built on no real foundation.
And I was willing. I knew what I was getting into. The saying, you lose them how you get them.
Oh, wow.
I want to hear from Falynn now. I want to see what she got to say about this interview that Jaylan did, because she sure came out on the interview when it was Simon. Child. That's all I got, guys. Y'all can go over to Relationships Matter YouTube channel to get the full interview that Jaylan did with them. And at the end of the day, I really just want to hear from Falynn. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. Come down in the comment section so we can have a conversation about this mess, child. Peace.
Yelling out, we ain't selling out. We got money, but we ain't lending out. We got bars, but we ain't belling out in the